hire me. I was going to live with him. I was going to drive a BMW and make $70,000 a year. Honest to God, that was the setup. He and I were best friends in college, and he made some great choices, and I made one horrible choice, and as a result, we separated, but our friendship remained intact. I was denied the opportunity to be paroled in Maryland. The interstate compact agreement did not work. So, as you can imagine, by coming to that particular environment, different opportunities would have availed themselves. As a result, I ended up having to stay in Pennsylvania, where I spent an additional 2 years inside of a halfway house. As it is there, halfway houses, once you're paroled to CCCs, Community Correction Centers, they keep a percentage of the money that you make in addition to what the state pays them. I had the great fortune of finding a position in the telemarketing company, and then a very short period of time making in excess of 6 figures while still in the halfway house. Obviously, they weren't interested in letting me go. So it really depends upon the individual and what their expectations are. And if you believe that by going to a new place, you can leave behind a life of pain and suffering, then obviously that would be the best thing for you. If your belief system is that you need to get back to the neighborhood because you have a significant amount of support, then that would be the best place for you. The truth of the matter is that you never know until you come home what's waiting for you. What people have to be determined to do is to achieve a certain level of success. And for me, there was a phrase that stuck in my head. And I was determined to never engage in behavior that was detrimental to myself or anyone else, no matter what the circumstances. And the no matter what the circumstances part, I never imagined that things would be as difficult as they were sometimes. But in saying that over and over again, when things got difficult, when I was unable to find suitable employment, when it was easier to get a gun than it was a job, when it was easier to acquire some marijuana or some coke, when it was easier to pimp a woman than it was to find suitable employment to get an income, I had already promised myself that I wouldn't engage in behavior that was detrimental to myself or anyone else. So I suffered. I still suffer. However, now the suffering is in alignment with goals and objectives that are greater than just taking care of myself, but taking care of my family. I have 2 daughters. I have a wonderful relationship with an incredible lady that supports everything it is that I do, and she's here tonight, supporting me as usual. And so for that reason, I'm okay with suffering because there's some outcomes coming. So it's really related to what it is that they expect and what they believe each environment will give them.